Prescription pain relievers like Lortab and OxyContin are often prescribed for a serious injury or severe pain, like after surgery. A lot of teens have heard that they can get a free high by taking these from the medicine cabinet. This is dangerous because these drugs can cause difficulty breathing and possibly lead to death. About 1 in 5 teens will abuse prescription pain relievers in their lifetime. Signs of drug abuse include disrupted eating and sleeping patterns. Prescription pain relievers are just as dangerous and addicting as taking heroin.
So it all started my senior year of high school. I was playing football. I was at practice in the summer, and I got hurt. I got a head injury, and it was really bad. So I had to go to the emergency room and spend some time in there. And I'd been hurt before, but nothing this severe. And so my doctor prescribed me for some Lortab for my head pain. And so I was taking it as prescribed for a few weeks, and I kept taking it, and I kept feeling really good. I was back on the field playing faster. I seemed my head injury had gone away. I was doing great, but I liked the pills so much I kept taking them, and so I kept going back to my doctor for a few weeks, and he kept prescribing them for a few more months throughout the summer on into the school year. So a couple of months had gone by, and finally the doctor thought that I was better and I should stop taking the pills, and so he quit prescribing them to me. But I thought I still needed them to play, and I just liked the way they made me feel. And so I started stealing money from my parents and my friends just so I can buy pills in the streets. And that led me down a long and dark path I never thought I'd go down. So a couple months later go by, and I'm at a party with one of my friends, and he sees me take out my bottle of pills and take one. And he asked what it is, and I told him it was Lortab, and he's like, "Can I take one?" I said, "Sure. You know, it makes me feel good. I don't see why I can't share with you." So that one time turned into every time we went out. So every time I went to a party and Daniel was there, I'd take a pill, and we'd take pills together. So we were at a party together one time, and we were taking the pills as normal. And I guess Daniel took more than he usually did. And a couple hours later, I walked downstairs, and he was passed out on the couch. And I didn't really think anything about it, since it was pretty normal to pass out at a party. So I just let him be and waited until the morning when I walked downstairs. And the next morning I saw him passed out on the couch still, and so I walked over to him, tried to shake him, wake him up. And at that point I realized that he had died from taking too many Lortab. And that was, when Daniel died, that was probably one of the most traumatic things I ever had to go through. And so at that point I decided, I'm going to get my life back on track and stop taking the Lortab and get clean. But unfortunately it wasn't that easy. So I still kept stealing money and things to sell so I could buy more pills in the street. And I kept trying to go to family friend physicians and see if they would prescribe the medicine just so I could get it and just so I could feel so good and keep playing good in the football games. So the end of the football season's coming. We're in the finals, in the semifinals. We're about to go to the state. We're doing great. And I've been taking the pills. I've been playing great. I've been playing it better than I ever have. I couldn't really feel anything. When I was taking the Lortab, I was hitting hard. I was running faster. So I thought I was invincible. When the semifinals came around, I was really nervous about the game. I wanted to be on top of my game. I wanted to play the best I've ever played. So I took a few more pills than normal, and that was a bad mistake because I played so bad during the game. I was so just tired and sluggish, and I couldn't play at all. And I let myself down. I let the team down. And after the game, Coach came over to my locker, and he was fired up. He was so mad. And he knew I'd been taking the pills even though I wasn't prescribed to him. And so he came over to my locker and he opened it up and he saw a bottle of pills laying down there. And at that point it was under school policy. He had to tell the police they were at the game. And I was escorted and arrested, and I was actually kicked off the team and kicked out of the school. And those are pretty devastating things, but thankfully through my loving parents and through my coach, I actually got sent to a rehab program. That got me back on track. It wasn't the easiest road, but if it weren't for them and it weren't for the rehab, then I wouldn't be able to be where I am today.
Thank you for sharing. I have a couple questions for you. The first question is, I would like for you to tell us what you are seeing being done or what has been done already to kind of stop the prescription drug abuse.
Okay, well, one main thing that's happening is raising awareness, using events like this or telling your physician or pharmacist about signs and symptoms to look for drug abuse, or doctors are getting more detailed diagnoses for pain, and so it's more difficult to get medicine. And also they're making the more difficult or the stronger medicines a higher schedule, so it's harder to get those medicines.
All right, thank you. And my second question for you is, were you aware of how dangerous Lortab could be and how addicting it could be?
I was not aware that it was so powerful and so strong, and had I known, I probably would have done things differently and not taken that medicine.
So that would have changed your mind if you had been made aware of the dangers associated with the drug?
Right. If I'd have known Lortab was so strong and so addicting, I probably would have asked for another alternative, something that wasn't addicting.